pizza. Using seasonal ingredients like acorn squash and Swiss chard, we're going to give it a Moroccan twist with a fragrant and zesty harissa spice. You are going to want to try this recipe because it's going to blow your mind. So let's get cooking. Begin by cutting your Swiss chard into large pieces. As it cooks, it will wilt down and become smaller. Next, you're going to chop 1 leek. Simply slice it in half and then cut it into large half-moon pieces. Add a tablespoon of olive oil to your pan, which is on medium heat. Add your leeks right in and then cook them down until they're nice and tender. Once your leeks are nice and soft, simply add your Swiss chard right on top. Now don't worry if it looks like too much, because eventually it will cook down to look like this. Now to deal with our acorn squash. To cut it in half, cut the bottom off so you have a flat surface to work with. Then place your knife right on top and just rock your knife carefully back and forth until your knife slips all the way through. Then use a spoon to scoop out all the seeds. Now we're going to slice our acorn squash into thin pieces. Notice that we've left the skin on here and it is completely edible. Add a tablespoon of oil to your sheet pan before you put the pizza dough on. This will give your finished pizza a nice crispy bottom. And divide your dough into 2 equal portions and then spread them out evenly on your baking sheet. Then go ahead and mix 2 tablespoons of your harissa spice mix with 2 tablespoons of olive oil to make a beautiful, delicious paste. Perfect. That is going to give these fall veggies a ton of flavor. So now we're going to go on with our Swiss chard and leek mixture. So make sure you divide it evenly between both pizzas. And actually we might have a little extra here. It always depends on how large your bunch of chard is actually. So if you have a really large bunch, you might have some left over, and then you can use this in an omelet the next day. This would be great for an omelet. Right. So there we go with our chard. Then take your goat's cheese and distribute it evenly over both pizzas. Make sure not to skimp on the goat's cheese. Then take your beautiful acorn squash slices and begin layering them right on top of all your other ingredients. Just before your pizzas go in the oven, be sure to sprinkle with a little bit of salt and some fresh ground pepper. And finally, drizzle with a little bit of olive oil. Then place in a 400-degree oven and cook for 25 minutes. Now every pizza needs a great dipping sauce, and for this one, we've mixed up some Greek yogurt, some lime juice, and some lime zest. This makes the perfect addition to this autumn-flavored pizza. Now all there's left to do is to slice up this pizza and devour it. Trust me, this pizza will not last long. It is delicious. Honestly, this is probably one of the best pizzas I've ever had. That spicy and tangy harissa spice paired with the sweet acorn squash and the bitterness of the chard, well, this is just perfect. So I hope you like this video and I hope you give this recipe a try. Be sure to click on like below. For the full recipe, you can also click on the description. And as always, if you haven't already, please subscribe to Andrea Buckett Cooks.